Hey, this is True Teller Show. Your show, so welcome back. I'm your host, Venom, and we are here live. Okay, yeah, we're going to go down first for Donald Trump. You know, and Donald Trump, as you know, he won the election. He won the election fair and square. He won it like he said he was going to win it, and he got it done. Hillary came through in the race. Yeah, Hillary going up against Donald Trump. Really, we had the election in the last 20 days. And in those days, we had Hillary Clinton was taking California. She already took, I know, she already took some states. Okay, she also took Maryland. Okay, she cheated in those states. She really cheated in those states. She's really going bizarre, going around buying out other states and being able to buy out those packs. On the other hand, Donald Trump, he won the rest of the states. He did a really good job. I didn't really think he was going to win Michigan or Wisconsin, but he won Wisconsin by a large margin. He won that, and he got that done. He also won Texas. He also did a great job in Florida. He did a great job in Idaho. He also did a great job in Pennsylvania. I was really shocked at Pennsylvania, but he did good in that. And so he beat our fair and square in that. So already you're seeing a mass mobilization of protesters. You're seeing all these protesters get out in the street and protest. You know, see, it's like, what the fuck are these protesters are mad at? These protesters are mad because they are liberals. The protesters out there, the Clintons and them, CNN, MSNBC, and Fox are nothing but liberals. They're nothing but liberals on the left. They control and whine and create race baiting. They're nothing but race baiters because they create the racism that you see out there. Racism does not exist around here at all right now. It does not really exist between white and blacks. White people are not racist. White people are not going around shooting up black people at all. White people are not going around denying people jobs and things that are going on. It is a black on black crime that is destroying the black community. It is a black on black crime that is holding the black people back. It's involved with black people. It's their fault of their own in the black community of what they're doing. There is no racism that is going on right now. And so the left-wing propaganda is creates race baiting. Or another racism where they create this fake link to show you that there is racism that comes from a white person. They say that racism comes from white supremacy, and that is not true at all. That is false propaganda, and that's false propaganda that is propped up. And that's what they're doing with the protesters right now. They're sending the protesters out there to create this false propaganda. And things are not going well with that. And that is what's going on right now. And you see that this is happening in different cities. This is happening in certain cities across the U.S. It is happening in Chicago. They are doing it in California. They are doing it in Texas. They're also doing it in Atlanta. They're doing it in Colorado. But they're also doing it in Washington. Those are certain states that are doing it. And they're going mad crazy with the protesting. They are walking out on the streets. They are out there destroying property. They're doing all things to try to harm people. They're nothing but crybabies. Yeah, let's go out there and let's do it. Let's get them a diaper. Let's get them ready. We're nothing but crybabies out in this public. And that's what they are. To say they're crazy. They're really crazy. And I do not like these protesters. I do not like them one bit. They are utterly stupid. These protesters are utterly stupid. And they're nothing but liberals following this propaganda. Guess what's going on out here? You know, people out there protesting, you need to go out there and you need to stop it. I'm that, they need to stop it right now. You know, that was while they were controlling this stuff. You know, personal Van Jones on CNN, he calls out him out saying that there's a white lash that because Hillary could not get the support that she got to go out there to get this thing back on track. The Democrats have not gotten this thing back on track. The Democrats have been led by a false propaganda. The people have spoken. They have said that they do not trust the Democrats no longer. They no longer respect these Democrats and what they really stand for at all. Because they don't stand for anything. They're nothing but a bunch of liars They lie on what they want to do. They want to go out here and destroy the Constitution with all their might. And that's how they work. That's how they act and work like. They do nothing want to do but destroy the population, and they want to destroy the Constitution. They come in. Democrats have been ruining the black community for ages. And it is the black community's fault for letting that happen. They're doing that they put a Democratic dictator in there every single year with these Democrats. And I get tired of these Democrats ruling and controlling these people. It is black people's fault for how they are trusting these Democrats out here. These Democrats are nothing but liberals who push things from side to side. They have been known to be doing it through history. They have been doing it with Bill Clinton. They have been doing that all through ages and ages. Throughout history, Bill Clinton has been following the globalists. He has been following the globalists big time. He has been pushed by them. And Bill Clinton, he signed one of the worst bills in order to inject something on the black community, which is the worst thing that happens all over time. He signed that thing, and he signed a bill proposing that black people caught with any kind of crime will get sent away to prison for 10 years or more. They will get sent to prison forever for committing just a simple crime. He put in the 3 strikes law. The 3 strikes law, and you're out. If you get caught the 3rd time doing something and sent to jail, you will be sent to jail for life. That is it. There is no parole. There is nothing more. There is no chance of freedom at all. Your life will be done when you get sent to prison for the 3rd time. That's it. You will basically die in prison. You will not be able to see your family. And that in turn has also broken the family unit. That's what Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton have been doing. As you may have known, Hillary Clinton called black people sexual predators. And that's what she has been doing. And she has gotten away with that. And that's what these Democrats and these liberals have been doing for ages. These Democrats and liberals have been controlling these black people. And they have been destroying black people for a long time. And I also put the fault on black people for what they have done as well. They're crazy going out here. They're going out here committing all this black and white crime on each other. And they do not see how this is going or reflection on them. And they should not blame this on racism, because it don't have anything to do with racism. There is no racism out in this society. I don't see no racism that is happening. You already know slavery had been going. Slavery died a long time ago. There's no such thing as slavery. And slavery has not even happened in a long time no more. You don't see any slavery that's happening out here. The blacks don't happen to have anything happen to them out here. If anything, there has been black on white crime. There's a large number of black on white crime out here. You see blacks committing a lot of crime against white people. That is evidence and documented on what they have been doing. And they have been doing this to white people for a long period of time. The percentage of numbers of black on white crime are much more higher than the other crime that happens in the white community. Okay? So the white people are not out here killing black people. White people do not treat black people as bad at all. Okay? They treat them with utter respect. They go on and do what they're supposed to do. But the white people do not play this race card. And that is good. And that is what you really need. Anyway, well, I also talk about, as you know, China wants to control the U.S. They want to stop the U.S. at all costs. If you roll over back to China, they have been buying up a lot of countries over the ages. Just recently, you know, they have been buying Apple. They also have been buying a lot of car companies out there. They buy the car companies, and the car companies have to go over to China. They're requested to take their products over there and everything that they need. A lot of people over here in the U.S. have lost their jobs in many of these companies. You see a lot of pharmaceutical companies have been traveling to China as well. And so with Donald Trump is coming in. Now I am endorsing Donald Trump, endorsing him to the fullest. I like what happened since background. Back when Donald Trump was younger, when he was young, he made a lot of interviews. On a couple of his interviews, he said that he was always running for president, but he was also true to the people. He was always nice to people out there in the communities. He always got involved in the communities. You know, when Roger Stone talked, he always got involved in making sure the business was right and making sure he had excelled at what he do. Where he worked in business, he was not even because He busts his butt all the time. He worked hard and he did what he had to do. Unlike others, he worked hard and he earned his way up in his community. So he's not even brought by the communists. Okay, and he says what's on his mind, and he does what he has to do. He doesn't get any money from the establishment at all. He has used all his money to earn what he can earn. And even though his career has been up and down, he always believes in being a patriot, always believing that he wants to help people through charities, also help people through giving them jobs and helping the community by making sure that the business or other par. And for New York, he created his business on the real estate empire. He invested a lot of his money into the Trump Towers, into the Trump Hotel, into the Trump University, and he's building hotels and universities and offices in New York. And he brought his empire up to a higher standard. We are earning a total of $1 billion around the globe for the work he has done. But he has really earned that money. He earned that money and he earned the respect of the people about what he has done. And so now, as the president-elect, I can see what he's doing, and I love what he's doing right now. He is bringing everybody together like he's supposed to be. He's showing people what he really can do. And so I do support Donald Trump. I support him wholly. And I support him whatever he does. And like what he has doing, for his family, he also chose Steve Bannon. Like how he picked him, because Steve Bannon, he's really showing how he is working things together. And he's pushing the right thing out. He wants to work through getting his stuff done. He does work through getting all the properties set up in place. And work on getting this team back together. Because that's what he needs to do right now. He's working through that. We'll get more into that later on. He's also working on Obamacare, working on getting ready to get rid of that. He definitely does want to get rid of that. I can see him doing that in a couple of weeks after he gets elected. We'll see how that turns out. But he also, there are two things in the bill that he wants to get rid of. He wants to get rid of, he wants to keep everybody at 25 or over. You'll be able to stay on your parents' healthcare plan. He wants to keep that. He also wants to keep the thing where everybody's protected by pharmaceutical drugs, and if you are sick, you'll be able to keep your doctor and you'll be able to go to the hospital right away. That's what he's going to keep in there as far as the bill. The rest is going to repeal and replace Obamacare. You're going to be able to get that done in pop. He even said that on 60 Minutes. So you can go check out that interview with 60 Minutes. And he's saying that basically saying the same thing. He says that I'm going to keep those two laws, so I'm going to repeal and replace the rest of it. We got to get rid of this bill. It's causing people, driving people up by millions. There are a couple of people around the U.S. who are paying a lot of money for that. There's nowhere, people are not even are getting from this. It's ridiculous. Also, he's going to bring jobs back to America. Bring a lot of jobs back to America. He's definitely bringing Apple back. Yes, that's what we need. He's also bringing back Ford. I really like that. They don't protect him. The CEO of that company. He's still going to keep his Ford company up there. And he also was working with Donald Trump. He retweeted a message back to him and talked about how he will work together on keeping that down there. And also, he was working with a lot of foreign leaders around the country. He also is working with Vladimir Putin. Like leaders working with Vladimir Putin. He definitely needs to work with Vladimir Putin on the issues that truly count at hand. It's got to go at that time. It's got to go over there and negotiate with them and show them what he is made of. And that's what the collapse of the dollar is real happening right now. Yeah, it's not been doing good. The value of the U.S. dollar has been dropping down to 20% value. It was really growing at 8% value over the last decade, but it has now dropped to 20% because of what's really going on with that. As you know, there are a lot of the populations in the U.S., a lot of the population overseas, a lot of the population in Germany and in Europe have been going to go down. And since all the products and the business have been shipped overseas, the value of the business have been going down in the U.S. And you don't really have any sense of trade over there, trade between the U.S. and China and India. The trade between the U.S. and China and India has been going down. It has been skyrocketing down. But there's really not more but a few people out there who are trading both out there, and that are really going stronger. And so you only have a bit of a high inflation right now, between a lot of companies where if you go shopping, the prices have risen up. All the gas prices have risen up by high percent. And you've seen that unfold over time. And so that the value of the dollar has been going down and increased. We're still printing a lot of money right now. We're printing a lot of money because the equilibrium has been going down. The massive effect of the Federal Reserve has been not keeping up with the value of the money. And that in turn is why you have some people up in the globals are printing a lot of money for the U.S. You're printing money more and more each day. They really have to go on to stop. You're printing the money, and they're going to have to call the thing on the U.S. They're going to have to call it and call a stop to it and say that the silver recession is going to come down. People will have no more money. There will be no more banks right now. There will be no more financial institutions right now. You will no more be having putting money back into the stock right now. People will have no money across the globe right now. We will not have any food. We will not have anything to do with it. It will be a massive panic. And so they will really want to call us throughout the media. They don't want to do that. They refuse to call it. They refuse to call something like this. And that's what's happening. They don't want to call this out. They don't really want to get this done. I think when it was happening, you're not going to really say anything or announce to people around across each town until on the second day. On the third day, people are going to die. People are going to die out here. People are going to stink on the third day. We're not even going to get into anywhere to where people are rooting and lining around the streets. You're not going to get to that point. People are going to be able to die on the third day. You're going to see massive chaos. And that's how you're controlling the dollar. It's to see gold and silver and the coins that are going up. They're rising up high, all supposed to grow. Everybody goes to what Donald Trump is one. But that's 100% of what's happened. Before we even had Donald Trump in this election, the silver has been going down quite generally for a quarter. We've seen it rise up in 2007 and 2005, but it has been going down over there because of where they're making that silver. The silver is rising in different places, but it's not rising to the point where you can bring it back up. With the White Dragon Society, they have been propping it up. They have been making it to where when it's trading on the right place, it rises up all across the world, and people will be able to buy it in the future if they really need it. But since they've been phasing out White Dragon Society, and they've been refusing to work with the good Illuminati out there, with the collusion of the Illuminati out there, the real Illuminati, they return back to their evil ways. And so silver has you really can't be using right now because of how they drove it down. You can't use it right now. It drives it down, and it drives the economy further down toward because you can't use it as a value. You really need to use it as a currency where it's really hot when the value is up. And the trade agreement between the silver goes up when you're trading with other people out there. That's what's really good. Gold has the same thing has been happening to gold as well. Gold will only rise up when the bad people get out of the way, and the White Dragon Society can prop it up, which in turn means that they can trade in different across each country. And when that happens, gold will rise on the stock market, and you'll be able to invest in that with a new currency. You can get that along with the dollar. So in case the dollar is not a good strategy for you managing your money, you can also use the gold. You can take it out of the stock market, and you can be able to use it for different things out here when the time is right, when you really need to barter. When they bring in an opportunity for you to barter, you can barter with that currency. You can barter with gold, and in turn, you can spend the money there. You can spend a very significant amount of money because you will be saving your paper. You will be saving your green dollars. You will not be able to open up your wallet. You won't be able to just turn down and not open up your wallet for those green dollars. That's right. You won't be able to use that. You'll be able to use that gold. You will be able to use that in the future when the time is right. Because Trump right now, he has to rise up and running great trade agreements across the U.S. into India and Russia So that when gold rises, we'll be able to use that as currency. And we'll be able to buy different things. And we'll bring that back into the economy. And that will make it rise strong. And we'll be saving our green dollars. We're putting our green dollars where it belongs. We'll really have it for us. I also see that it's happening with on the stock market, Google and Apple on the stock market will be able to rise and be able to use different things with that. You'll be able to get things done. And you'll be able to put things around, especially with the Google stock. The Google stock is rising down. We'll be going down the corner. Actually, that has been high, actually. It's really high. You can still kind of invest in that. Want to invest in that. The value percent raises up to about 80% on Thursday and Wednesday on the stock markets. You can really high on there. And to make sure you use your technique to invest in that. And when you invest in that a couple of times, you'll be able to use that as currency. You can take that as out of the stock market and use that as an emergency when the dollar has been going down. When the dollar is no more, and when you can no longer use the dollar, or when you'll have financial trouble, you'll be using the Google stock. Well, that is really good. So the stock prices of those is good. The stock prices of oil and copper goes up at a certain point in time. It doesn't stay up all the time because if you know what the economy has not been going right now. We need to put it back in the right direction. And put it in the direction that we need to go. But oil and copper have been going really pretty good with that. Where it's rolling between 70% or 90%. Between a couple of months. They go a couple of months, it stays at 70%. A couple of months it goes down. And then at the next couple of months, it goes up in between those times. You would then invest in save oil and invest in that when the time is right. And you'll be using that as commodity. That'll be bringing more money for you from that stock market. It's going to help you. It's going to help you rise up. And it's going to help you move on through that. And that's what helps with the financial situation right now. Financial situation is returning to that. So a little bit of that time, you'll be able to use that and get that done. And that's what you need, and that's what you need to have. You'll be able to need to use this and get this done. And I think that with this financial situation, you'll be able to use this over the long run. Because you never know when you might need it. You might need to go and use that and go and bring that. And you can invest and bring a business out of that. That could be also your business. You could go on and get that done. You can bring it up to a much more bigger level. And you'll be able to invest with different things around the globe. You'll be able to invest in stocks in India, invest in stocks in China. You can invest in stocks in Russia. You can invest in stocks in Europe. You can invest in stocks in Asia. You can invest in stocks in Germany. You can invest in stocks in Russia. You can invest in stocks in Africa. You can do all over kind of going when you want to expand. And so you have to look at these percentages on the gold and silver and know they line right. Alex Jones has been talking about this as well. Alex says that these prices of these things will go up. You have to make sure that your time is right. And you should use it at this right time. And so you need to use this as preparation for when the things do happen and they really have it bad. And you know there's an emergency in the U.S. You'll be able to use that currency and to go into that. That is really good for saving lifetimes. And it's a great time to be alive and it's a great time to use that. That is what you really need to use right now. Because it's the only time that you use that. And go on to and show how really strong you are. Because you have to stand up. You can't count out to what's going on. You have to stand up and do something for yourself. And go on and protect yourself through these hard times. But I'm seeing around time and time again how we're controlling that. They can put stop force but stop people from investing in these type of things and getting these type of things done. You should get to the point where they can shut down the stock market. They can shut down the valuables because you can still take this stuff out and use this with how you ever see fit. You'll be able to use this and get this done around here. So no matter what happens. So if they shut down the economy tomorrow and they blow up the world tomorrow, you will still be able to come out when you survive and you can use your currency with whoever is alive around in the U.S. and you can go and sell in different counties and get things done. They have been trying to put a stop to that. They just want people to lay down and die. That is one of the strategies that Woodline have been using, but recently throughout this year. Throughout the current months, we have seen this. We have seen a uprise of the Republic. There's an uprising out there of people who want to go and get things done. People need to go out here and to show who is boss. You just show that we really rule around the world. The Illuminati do not rule at all. Illuminati are really crazy. We, the people, are the ones who are in charge. We are the ones who established a great thing around this country. We established our freedom. We fight for the Constitution. We definitely do fight for the Second Amendment. We do our program. We're a program around here. We definitely do protect ourselves. We definitely have to protect ourselves with what's going on. We really need to go and figure out how we're going to destroy the Illuminati once and for all. Because Trump's in the office, we need to figure out what we're going to do and get things done. And that's how I feel that we need to get things right now. That will really show people how you're going to move left, right, move. You have to show people how you're going to play chess with the Illuminati and how you're going to take them down long term to get them away from this financial situation. We got to push them away from this currency thing because really, if they do know what they're doing with the currency, they really don't know what they're doing at all. They don't even know how to manage money at all. They don't know what they're doing at all. You will see how some of the decisions they make are terrible, even when they do have a conscience. But going into that evil mind and evil sense of thing, I see how they don't have a passion for the money. Illuminati are destroying the great things about this country. They're destroying through the lives and minds of people who are on their own food in order to stop people from going their own food. We do have a rise of that. I do see Donald Trump. Donald Trump is good in that. Donald Trump will be great for building farms around the U.S. He will be able to build farms throughout this inner cities and bring these things back to life. When he brings farms, people could go and find jobs in that. It'll be a once wonderful thing to invest in that and build up communities that way. They got to go in and get this done and make sure that when Donald is building these farms, he has to bring certain prices up there. He has to explain what type of farms that we need in these inner cities. And he's got trouble from city to state and showing what he really do. And I haven't seen him talk about it yet, but I have in my other gut feeling. He's confident and he's going to be able to get this done. And that's what's going on. Donald Trump is not out to get you. He's really not out to get you. He cares about this country. He is pro-life. And that's what he's going to be able to use right now. And so he's going to be walking around from state to state, from territory, from city to city. He'll be able to use his resources with Congress and show Congress that he can go in and get these people jobs by bringing up these farms and keeping most of the manufacturers, but bringing in new manufacturers by getting people to create businesses and by endorsing these businesses, these manufacturers, and these farms. That will in turn help people invest in their communities. They will help themselves, and then in turn it will bring profit around these places. He can. He's not away from ranching money and great jobs on thin air because other presidents have been doing it. They don't have to just do that. But what Donald Trump can do is just really go in his communities, bring up most of these farms, go through and establish most of the manufacturers, and that will in turn help people invest in themselves. They will invest in those businesses. They will invest in bringing in things from, and they will create a profit for themselves and be able to grow the food, and they'll be able to have the cars, and that'll help them live. That'll be able to help them eat well. And so that will bring a massive, big surplus to them as well. And so that's how he's working it. That's the technique that he can use to get this back on track. He really has to work with this. And we'll see what he does when he gets in there. But he's definitely got to get it going. He's got to get it done for the first quarter of the year. We'll go in and show him what he can really do and get this done in a proper time. We don't know how much time limit we have, but it'll be plenty of time. It'll be a long time for it will be really established, but it's gotta go and set up base and set up a plan on what he can do and go on and get this done. And get this done on the first level. And that's what's going on. He's also bringing back the energy, bringing back the energy companies. He's bringing back the oil towers. He's going to bring back the plantations that people need to use to restore the energy, restoring energy at a great profit. We've been losing a lot of money in the oil towers, in the wires, and the facilities around the country. And so the utility facilities and the wire towers, it was going to be able to invest in that. We're going to invest in the windmills and bring those back. So we want to be able to use our own energy instead of using somebody else's energy. If we don't have any energy, we're not going to be able to have any heat or air anywhere around where we live. And that's not going to do it at all. We're going to just be depending on our partner's energy. So it's going to have to work on bringing that back as well. I really do hope that he gets up there and does it. But I don't do. I'm really confident he's going to do that. Donald Trump is really good. So I'm really confident that he's going to be able to get that going and showing how he can get the energy done and get the energy done right. You can go and write along, write to Congress and show Congress that he can go around and show people that, hey, look, you got to go and get this energy up here. You got to go and create a company, create an energy company, and you have to bring this around to people. Not only are you creating a business for this, you're creating an empire where all this is coming back. You're going to make between $1,000 or $1 million. You're bringing the profit back to the workers, and you're helping your community go green. You're basically helping them go green, and you're helping them go natural. That is helping them bring such a back around the country. That is what we need. That's what's going on. But yeah, back to the financial situation. Financial situation has been going worse over time. Because certain currencies have been going down. The euro has been going down for a while. We couldn't really use that. We'll say around a long time, up until 2005, you'll be able to use the euro. A lot of people will be able to cash out of the euro and use that around there, where they can set a tone. And where they go and use that for the financial situation. They can use that as a thing of doing shorts and spending money over their day. So of course, they become rich overnight. They will use that throughout their life. They're spending on what they need to do. And they're able to live a normal life without ever working again through that. They can't really be able to do that anymore. You see all those other currencies have now been going through as well. Your Bitcoin, I wouldn't really even bother using that Bitcoin. Bitcoin is literally useless of how they put in the currency and how they really can't use that no more. And so for the rest of the currencies have been going up and down, and they're railing out from the ground and getting stable because we see a lot of groups out there aren't getting the global reset. They're using the global reset to get the economy back on track. And so in turn, you can use those currencies on the stock market and invest in those and get those back to where you need to be going. And that's what's really happening.